Hello, creatives. Thank you for dropping by. Before we get started, why don't you hit that subscribe button? I always don't know where these things are. And the like button. And that way you'll be notified and you'll know when the new video drops. It's every day, but it varies on the time sometimes. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, and it helps get the word out about the new things that we're doing. So the thought for today is we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and why listening is essential. Most of the time, and I want you to do this for yourself, I want you to really kind of pay attention to how your conversations go. Most of the time when we're engaged in a conversation, we're waiting for a break in the words to say what we want to say. We're not really listening. We're thinking about what we're going to say. We're thinking about our answer. Excuse me. Morning throat. We're thinking about our answer. We're thinking about what our next response is going to be. But we're not really listening. And it's a really essential skill to have. There are times when we're speaking to people and things may get heated and your listening drops even further. Or when you're speaking to children, and many times you already think you know what they're going to say, and children are great about this. They have this amazing radar. They know when you're not listening, and they pick up on it right away, and they can tell you, you're not paying attention, you're not listening to me, or they don't feel heard. This goes on into teenagers and adulthood. And many times what we do is that we look like we're listening, and we'll make the appropriate sounds at the appropriate moments. Oh, yeah. But we're not really listening. And I'll tell you why listening is so essential. Instead of trying to get your point across, right, before the next sentence, before the next word is said, if you take the time to listen, to really be with that person, to be present in the moment and listen, it makes that person feel, you guessed it, heard. And when a person feels heard, you connect. Let's say the conversation is something that you need to make happen. Well, the person is now then more willing to listen to what you have to say, to what you're proposing. Or if it's in the case of a personal relationship, you strengthen the connections in that relationship, whether it's you and your partner, or you and your child, or you and friends, or you and just your family. It makes those bonds even stronger. But if the person has a feeling that you don't listen, they engage in conversation with you, but you're not really there, you're kind of checked out, or you're only there when you want to say something, but you're not listening to what they have to say, the chances of them engaging more with you or just engaging with you drop because they don't feel heard. Now, many times we need to negotiate something. It doesn't matter what it is, but it ends up being more beneficial to you if you're seen or respected as a listener, because what in their minds they're going to say, well, when I speak to Orlando, I really like speaking to him because when I speak to him, he listens to me. And that's such a big thing in relationships and interpersonal situations. When a person feels listened to, they're more open to what you have to say. And if what you have to say is important, you want it to be heard. You want them to listen to you. So this is why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, as the saying goes. And I know for a fact, many of you have heard this before. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And I know this goes back. It's an old saying, but there's a lot of truth to it. If you listen twice as much as you speak, and the other thing is that you come across as a more thoughtful, insightful, intelligent person. People will want to engage with you because you are listening to them. And also makes you come across as empathetic. You're caring about what's being said. And that's key. It's key in every relationship you have. Take a moment today and just, again, listen, right? Take a moment today and just kind of analyze how you are in conversations. Are you waiting to get the next word in? Are you not really listening to what's being said? It doesn't matter who's speaking to you. Are you waiting just for them to finish and then you can get your words in? Or are you taking a moment, pausing, and really listening to that person? You'd be surprised how often we just kind of wait for their voice to drop. We're waiting for the lull in the conversation to say what we want to say. But we haven't heard anything that's happened prior to that moment. So today, I want you to take a chance and take a moment to listen. You have 2 ears, 1 mouth, and you're listening. Your listening is so essential. Thank you for listening to me today. I want you to take that on, practice it, and above all things, have a great day and be uncommon. Have an awesome day, guys.